Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com. Today we will help a woman named Anne. She is currently living in Las Vegas, Nevada. She met a man named Mike Paul Rusger online who claims he's in the Gulf of Mexico. Mike and Anne have been dating for 2 years and met on the dating app Tinder. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
My name is Anna. I met Mike Rusgar on Tinder back in September 2019. He video chatted me from his vehicle, and it was a nice vehicle. He asked me to go on Hangouts. I fell in love. Well, I don't know what else to say. He stole my heart. Until this day, I just texted him this morning. Woke me up with a good morning. How am I doing? I've been supposed to be meeting him for the past year and a half. Every time we're supposed to meet, something comes up. He's an engineer on an oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico. And then one day I get a phone call saying one of his machines broke on the rig. I sent him a lot of money. I can't even count anymore. It's close to $40,000. I was sending him money for the machine. And then from there it went to he was going to get arrested because he didn't finish his contract. The only thing I'm confused about is I saw his face. I saw his face when he ended up in the hospital because he got into a fight with somebody on the rig. And I was sending money for them to get off the rig. They couldn't get onto a helicopter because of COVID. Just 100 and some employees, and I'm sending money. And he said, I'm finally going to run away. I believed it. Stupid me, I believed it. And I just want to know the truth. I'm devastated. I actually contacted Social Catfish so that I can move on with my life. Not very many people know about the situation. Kept it a secret about the money. I just want to go on living a normal life because for the past year and a half, I've been so sick.
After receiving this video from Anne, our team immediately started to investigate this mystery man.
So what's frustrating is we keep finding matches for the images. So that's the guy right there. And that's the guy right there. And the clothes he's wearing, these are super expensive clothes. And so he's obviously somebody of status. He hangs out at these clubs all the time, goes to concerts. We've seen multiple pictures with him, but we can't find out who he is. And we've seen multiple pictures of him and her, and they're always at clubs, always at concerts, but we can't find out who the real people are. So they're either people that have money and they're doing this because the way they dress and what they wear, or they're pseudo celebrities. So the people that they seem to hang around a lot tend to be singers and artists. We ran the other images. Look, you don't get legroom like that in planes. So he's either flying first class or he's in the emergency aisle. I'm gonna try running these other pictures too, by the way. Oh, look at the hands. It's not even the same color as his skin.
And that's 100% Photoshopped.
And that looks like a totally different guy. But dudes be what beard catfishing? So they grow that beard out and it's a different guy. Most people have some trail that they leave, right? So if you have an email address, especially one that's been around for a while, there should be something that ties back to you. So when you go create profiles on social media, you use the same username, you're going to use that email address to create profiles. And so over time, you're going to build something up. If we don't have information on your email, we might have data breach information for you. And what that is the data breach information, over time, everybody's gotten those emails hey, I was part of a data breach. We use that to validate if an email is real or not. So sometimes we don't always have the data, but we can look, okay, this was part of a data breach. These are the types of sites that this guy's on or this girl's is on. But if nothing comes up, it's most likely a fresh email or something that's an email that's not used very often. And when she has 3 emails that she's communicating with him with, and nothing pops, that's usually a red flag, especially the fact that we're seeing his pictures on other dating sites that look to be used to scam other people.
So usually that means that email was like either fresh or new too, like
Yeah, it's
like
a
he
fresh
probably just made it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach, come here. Tell me what you think this says. Please. Is that Telemicro or something? International? Let me see if I can zoom in.
It's something
LE.
LE Micro International.
Let me just Google it and see. Telemicro. That's what I was thinking. Like he's like a stage guy, right?
Yeah, or like
but
a
like
manager.
I mean,
or...
the dude does well. Like he's always dressed nice. Like
We scoured the internet for days, and it was a success. It was time to tell Anne about everything we found. Before we get into it, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We work really hard on these videos, and all the support never goes unappreciated. Let's get back into it.
Annie,
Hi.
hey, how are you doing? So we've been hard at work. I just want you to know we've been digging into all this information. It's taken us a long time to figure things out, but I want to run through the information that we found out for you so that you have everything you need to make a good decision. So first of all, going into the contract, one of the things about like a big company, they're not going to just send like a 1-page, 300-word contract. If they sent a contract off to somebody, there'd be a bunch of legal jargon, their lawyers would comb through it, there'd be exclusions, things you can and can't do, and it definitely wouldn't be a page long, especially when you were talking about a large contract like this. So 100%, Annie, that is not a real contract. The next thing I want to walk through, so you had sent the driver's license, right? And so we went through the driver's license and we actually found an example of a Turkish driver's license, but the Turkish driver's license has completely different fonts, right? So the fonts that you were given in the Turkish driver's license, things were slightly blurry, almost like it was photoshopped. When countries make currency and they make IDs, they do it so it's very difficult to counterfeit. If you were to print it on a normal computer, it would be difficult. And so there are things like watermarks in the background, there are different shapes, designs, colors that make it difficult to do that. And so in the ID that we looked at, those things were actually blurred out, like the whole thing was photoshopped. And then one thing also, so we took the image that you got, we ran it, it was a selfie. So that's a picture on the internet of that guy taking a selfie of himself. And so the person that sent you this ID, they essentially cropped the selfie, removed the background, and slapped it on this. It's not 100%, this is not a real ID. It took us 5 days to find this person. And so essentially when we ran image searches for this person, using our image search, that's kind of where we started. And we hit so many roadblocks, Annie, but then we got a few good hits, and I'll show you where those came from. What was interesting is we found a bunch of club pictures, right?
Right.
And so we found pictures of him in a club, wearing very flashy dress, right? And so when we go into those pictures, you can see him right here, right? Right in the middle in the white shirt.
Yep.
And he's wearing the diamond necklace. He's wearing expensive clothes. And so right away we're like, look, this guy has to have money, right? The way he's dressing, the way he's carrying himself, he has to have money. But it led us to all these different dead ends, right? And so we went through, we translated the page, and we found out that this was some club promotion, right? So it was in a club, in a bar, there was an artist, this Elvis artist, that went and performed, and he was front row with this girl. And so we were able to find pictures of the girl at other clubs without him, and then we were able to only find the pictures of him in the club. And one thing that we did was super interesting. We got a picture of him and another guy wearing a green shirt.
Yeah, that's the one I sent you.
So we got a hit on the guy, right? And the older gentleman in this picture, he's actually the CEO and president of Telemicro. If you look right here, he's wearing a Telemicro shirt. He's worked for Telemicro for a while, and he's in like the radio DJ industry. If you go into these pictures, we actually found more pictures of him. Did you see that right there?
Yeah.
So this is him. They're at a Fiesta Telemicro. And so this Fiesta, every single year this company puts it on, and they honor their employees. They have, artists come, and it's a big deal, like a really big deal. And then we found more pictures with him, and we translated it. And in the translations, they're saying, look, these are my coworkers, and we're taking pictures with my coworkers. The guy that you're talking to has sent you a fake ID, a fake contract, a fake name, and he's saying that he's an oil rig worker, which he's not. The real guy is like a pseudo celebrity, so he's not like a big name person, but he's a radio DJ and personality that does that for a living. And he networks with tons of celebrities, and that's what he does. He doesn't work on an oil rig at all, and he definitely doesn't need money. This guy has money. And so, unfortunately, like whoever you're talking to seems to be a romance scammer. And all they're interested is in getting money from you.
Yeah, I kind of think so.
Annie, I'm so sorry.
I'm so stupid. I knew it all the while. I knew it. It's okay. It's all good. I can live now. I can move on with my life. I've been sick. I haven't left the house.
What was it about this online relationship that just made you cling on so much and ignore what you knew?
He gave me attention that I don't get.
Can I show you something else?
Yeah.
So we sent an IP tracker, right? And we got a hit on the IP tracker that will show his exact location. So the first one hit in Chino, California. And we're like, that's interesting, Chino. And so we sent the second one. And when we sent the second one, it hit in Lagos, Nigeria. And he spent 4.5 minutes on the site from Lagos, Nigeria. And so what sometimes they'll do is they'll use what's called like a VPN to hide their location. And so they can sign on to social networks and apps and chat apps and hide their location, right? And so the second time that he went back, which was just a few hours, it was a completely different hit from Lagos, Nigeria. And nobody can fly from Chino, California to Lagos, Nigeria in a few hours. And,
Right.
and so for sure, they either forwarded it to somebody else to have them check the link out for them before they clicked on it, or they were using a VPN to hide their location. And so we're very confident that the person that you're talking to is in Lagos, Nigeria.
Yeah. Wow. Damn. I'm such a smart woman, and I didn't think I'd get myself. It is what it is.
This messes with you, your psyche. If you want to meet with a counselor, if you want to talk to somebody, there are lots of online counselors where you can talk to on the phone. You don't even have to go in person. We'd be more than happy to get that started for you if you need some help there, okay?
Okay.
All right. Keep us updated. Take your time, and just let us know if you need anything else, all right?
Thank you so much.
No problem, Annie. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching another episode of Scamfish presented by SocialCatfish.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.
Scams come in so many different forms. If you have been a victim of any of the scams below, please email us at sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. We'll get to the bottom of it with help from our Social Catfish team. By sharing your story with our YouTube audience, we can educate, spread awareness, and maybe someday we can put an end to these scams.
Thanks for watching another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to get updates on our new episodes.